Hi there, Dan from the Studio Rats. I'm going to show you how to get a really great recorded bass tone using a Tech 21 VT bass pedal. A really common way to go about recording the bass is via a DI, and most have a throughout that you can take a signal into an amplifier which you can then mic up. So you've got two signals. You can either use one or the other or blend the two to taste. Now there are loads of pedals on the market that are a bit like this that kind of tend to do away with the second mic'd up amp signal. You know, a lot of people call them Ampeg in a box, and this pedal here does quite a lot of things. So I just want to show it to you today as less of a distortion sort of fuzz box. It can get a little close to some really gnarly broken up tones. So I just want to show you the two real famous amps that Ampeg made that you've heard hundreds and hundreds of recordings on is the Ampeg B15, especially the B15, and the SVT. So this pedal is never going to sound exactly like those iconic amps, but it does something that just adds character. A DI can sound quite sterile and clean, which is good to get a clean sound, which you can then do lots to. You can process that signal. But the point of having the second channel is to add some character and a little bit of harmonic saturation. So what we'll do is we'll just have a few little settings on the pedal to just check out some of the amp sounds it can. So here I've got everything set pretty much to 12 apart from the character and the drive knobs. Now those are the two knobs, the character and the drive, that really allow for a lot of tone shaping on this. The drive is pretty self-explanatory, but even at this level here, which I'll show you, the character is low and the drive does a lot without breaking it up too much. So this is kind of something like a B15 setup. This has got a cab sim on it as well, which I haven't got engaged. So this is what that. Putting up the drive to 12, we get a little bit more of a broken. Now this is just giving you a bit of an idea. It's always a bit deceptive when you're watching these kinds of videos because you always hear this in a mix, whether it's in a band setting or a song setting, and right now you're just hearing it on its own, but you can just hear it does break up a bit more in that. Cranking up the character and the drive knobs a tiny bit and backing off the level just to compensate kind of gives you a slightly more raucous SVT-esque type tone. If I play with the plectrum, with a little more drive. So it's really down to the kind of style of music you're playing. Now these days you can still use a vintage B15, I have one, and I don't really crank it up too much. That's not really the point. It just has a great tone. And on this pedal you can kind of simulate that tone a bit just by not really breaking up the pedal too much, not messing with that drive knob too much. But that last tone showed you that if you want a bit more of that, you can. So if you're playing rock music, yeah, just put it up a bit more. This is kind of in a recording setting, but of course you can use this live. If you liked that video, subscribe for more of the same. Cheers guys.